All right, hello world. So back in June, I posted a video of my taking my mother's wedding gown out of its storage box and said I was going to have it repurposed into some stuff. So I wanted to give you a timeline of what that looked like for me with the organization I used. I went through Unbox The Dress on May 28th. I purchased a box. It was $100. They send you this very large box to send the dress back in. That $100 only covers the box and the shipping for it. Their box came to me on the 30th, so it took 2 days. I almost immediately sent it back. I think I probably sent it back the 2nd or 3rd, but I posted my video on the 4th. So I took it out of the storage box and put it in this box, waited to post the video. It got back to them pretty quickly, again, 2 days, June 6th, it got to them. I had my consult by phone on June 11th. At that time, we decided that we were going to do a couple of different projects. Originally, I wanted this kind of drawstring pouch purse thing because I thought, based on the style of my mother's dress, that was all I would be able to get out of it. They assured me that they could do the filigree topped clutch. So that clutch is $240 to be made. I then wanted to have angels made for my brother's daughters. My brother's kids were not born until after our mother had passed, so they never got to meet her. And my brother's son has a gift that we gave him when my father passed. That was actually something my father had for my mom, so he has something, but the girls didn't have anything. So I wanted to have these angels made for them. 2 of the angels were $170 for both. And then, most importantly for me, I really wanted a bouquet wrap. I knew I was going to be using faux flowers when I got married, just because of the types of flowers I wanted and their availability here. And I wanted a bouquet wrap, so that was $65. So it was $515 for all of the items. I paid that immediately. They told me it'd be about a 15-week turnaround and that we were looking at September delivery date. A couple days after I paid, I got an email asking me to pay the balance. I sent them a screenshot and said, look, I already paid it. They're like, you're right, we're sorry, it was an error. Waited until August 10th, and I emailed the company and just was like, hey, can I just kind of know where we are in the process? Just because of this, think about if this is the only or one of the few items you have left of a deceased loved one, you're going to be a little hypervigilant about what happens with it. So I emailed them on August 10th. They responded on the 11th saying it was not yet assigned to a sewing team, but it was still on schedule for a mid to late September delivery. Fine. I waited another month, and actually it was what would have been my mom's birthday, September 10th. I emailed them again. I said, hey, has it at least gone to a design team at this point? They responded back to me the next day saying it will be worked on in the next few weeks, which gave me anxiety, but it was still slated for a late September delivery. On the 22nd of September, I get an email. It says, meet the designers. And I thought, oh, this is great. They finally got to a team. It was kind of a generic email of like, here are the people that founded our company. Here's our head designer. Here's our production manager. So it wasn't specific to who would be working on my items. Then I didn't hear anything. And we get to the end of September, and September 30th, and I'm like, oh boy. And I finally get an email saying, they're shipping your items. Great. And then the next day I get an email, congratulations, your fabric is in storage. And they say that they don't ship the fabric back to you with the items in case you want to make more items or you need to have corrections made on the items you ordered. The options with the extra fabric, if you are considering this company, is you can have more items made. You can pay them $25 to return whatever fabric is left. They have a storage fee. They don't have that listed in the email, so I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it's an ongoing fee, like if you rented a storage space. Or you can donate your remaining fabric to the organization and they would use it on other projects in the future. So that was my experience with them, my timeline with them. My only wish was that they were a little bit more communicative along the way with the process. I was under the impression that I would get an email or something when they were starting to make the items and like giving a little insight of how it was going or what they would look like or something, but they didn't. So that's really like my only qualm with it. It's not really a complaint, it's just what I would have wanted more. So the items have arrived. Today is October 2nd. And all I've done is ripped the tape off. I haven't looked at these yet. So these are my genuine reactions. So these are the items for my nieces. These are the angels. Take one out first. Has the little, it even has the buttons on it. So there are some buttons on the back. They're different, but they're similar, which is perfect because my nieces, if I give them the exact same thing, complain. And if I give them very different things, they complain. So, but they're 4 and 6, so that's pretty typical. But they are going to be our flower girls, and I'm going to have them carry these with these little floral wands we had made. Okay. The next thing, this is the bouquet wrap. Comes with a sticker. And this is made directly from a sleeve. Yeah, I'm very happy with this one. That's gonna be beautiful. And then finally, the filigree clutch. Again, nicely wrapped. And a lot of my wedding is going to be DIY, so this is perfect. Oh. Got some of the lace detailing on it. And it does come with a little chain for it. So yeah, those are my items. I am happy with how they came out. So if you are looking for a way to repurpose a loved one's wedding dress or anything like that, that's my experience with Unbox the Dress.